everyone. My name is Joe Gramacki. I'm a partner at Jenner & Block, an international law firm. Just like Lincoln Park Community Services, we are committed to making sustainable contributions to the communities in which we live and work. It is a value that is a critical part of who we are as lawyers and people. From providing meals to guests, to hosting programs for financial literacy, to organizing neighborhood cleanups, the work that LPCS does is vital and makes a real difference. We are honored to work alongside you. We salute you, and we look forward to working with you for years to come. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Danny Slavin from Slalom, and we are so proud to be a presenting sponsor at Taste of Fall this year.
We value our partnership with LPCS and the positive impact that together we can make on our Chicago community.
At Slalom, creating positive change in our community is ingrained in everything we do. We embrace it as part of our culture. It directs our focus, informs our decisions, and inspires us.
And last year, we saw something unlike anything we could have imagined. But through it all, we stepped up and came together as a community.
Stepped up to empower individuals facing homelessness and poverty.
Stepped up to inspire people to get creative and find other ways to connect, to continue to support one another when being together in person was not an option.
Stepped up to make a difference in the community.
We're proud to step up with you, the LPCS community. We will continue to do so. We're excited for the new heights we'll take on together now and in the years to come.
Good evening, and welcome to Lincoln Park Community Services 2021 Taste of Fall. My name is Cheryl Hamilton Hill, and I'm the CEO for the organization. And we are so happy that you have joined us tonight. Now, we'd love to be with you in person, and hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. But tonight, we're coming to you right in your own homes. So we're excited to share today a lot of things that are going on at Lincoln Park Community Services. First, we're going to talk a little bit about some of our graduates and some of the things that they're doing, some of our current guests. You're going to have an opportunity to see a real magic show from Paul Draper. And we're going to make sure that you learn a lot more about our volunteers and what happens here every single day. Now, there will be no magic at Lincoln Park Community Services without our dedicated volunteers, our wonderful board of directors, our very dedicated volunteers and board members, and also our very, very talented staff. Now, we know that when the entire community comes together, that's when the true magic happens, when we all are pulling for those individuals who have experienced homelessness or on the verge of poverty. Lincoln Park Community Services started 37 years ago when 4 faith communities came together and said, we need to do something about homelessness in our neighborhood. So when individuals come to us, not only do we welcome them with open arms, we make sure that they have access to all of the resources that they need in order to meet their basic needs. So if they come in and they need a shower, if they need to have assistance with getting food, if they want to speak with one of our very talented case managers and get case management services, they can get support in mental health counseling. They can also get support for substance use. They can have access to medical care and a flurry of other resources that we can connect them to in the community. The other thing that we're able to do is provide access to jobs through our workforce development program. Our team works with individuals exactly where they are every single day. Here at Lincoln Park Community Services, we're saving lives. Now, What we are getting ready to do is asking you to sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the show. Do you have your drinks ready? Well, if not, Tati from Kennedy Rooftop is going to give us a demonstration on how to make a specialty cocktail. You received these ingredients in some of the Lincoln Park Community Services party packs. We'll be right back right after this.
Hello, my name's Tatiana. We're at the Kennedy Rooftop in Wicker Park, where I spend most of my time mixing and making cocktails. I am here today to help you create your own cocktails at home to drink during the gala provided to you by Lincoln Park Community Services. Let's get started. Here's my simple syrup. We're going to just use ½ an ounce. And if you have a shot glass at home, ½ an ounce is just half of that because your shot glass is 1 whole ounce. I'm going to use half of a cut lime and just squeeze it right into my glass. So for this tequila cocktail, we are going to use 1½ ounces. Pour it right in. The Lincoln Park Center has provided some LaCroix lemon for you. So we are going to use that to top off your cocktail with. Mix it up. You can do a wheel as well if you would like. And voila! We've got your tequila LaCroix cocktail. So for the next cocktail, keep it nice and simple. Since you've already got these items at home, we're going to start with the sweetener first. We're going to use ½ an ounce of the simple syrup. If you use lemon with this, it's a little bit more citrusy. Squeeze that right into your glass. We're going to use 1½ ounces of the vodka. Top it off again with some ice. And then we are going to top you off again with the lemon LaCroix. We are going to use a peeler. You're just going to create one of these, and it's just a lemon swath. You're going to twist it, express it over your drink, and you can let it sit up top just like that. And another garnish you could use for either of these cocktails is a cucumber. You can cut that right up. Then you can just decorate your cocktail like that. If it sits in there for a little while, it'll start to give it some more fresh flavor, and it's all ready to drink. Enjoy the gala, and thank you so much for donating.
Wow, what a wonderful cocktail demonstration by the fabulous Tatiana. We're here live at the 1521 kitchen. You may remember it if you're a volunteer here. If you haven't volunteered, get up on our website and speak to Sarah. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mario Perez. I am the host of the Lincoln Park Community Services Homeless Monologue podcast, and I'm joined here by my magical cast of characters, who is...
My name's Angel. I'm one of the case managers here at Lincoln Park Community Services.
My name is Jonathan. I'm a guest at Lincoln Park Community Council Center.
And I'm Danny. I work for Slalom Consulting, who's one of the presenting sponsors, and I'm also the chair of the associate board.
Speaking of magic, Taste of Fall truly is a magical place. No better way to make magic than to make a cake. And we have all the ingredients here present with us. Danny, you're going to help us make this cake. Who are you, Danny?
I am. Like I said, I work for Slalom, who's a presenting sponsor. You might have seen me in the video at the beginning of the program. That was me without a mask on. And I also lead the associate board. So we are really focused on engagement, made up of young professionals across a ton of different industries. And we're really focused on how can we be as engaged with LPCS as possible through volunteering at dinner service, teaching financial literacy, leading the green team for neighborhood cleanup, and a ton of other ways to be involved. And we want to spread that message as much as possible to our own networks and our friends and family.
You seem to have a ton of experience working with LPCS. What makes it magic?
What makes LPCS magic is the community, made up of the staff, the volunteers, and the guests, and creating an environment where no one has to go through this journey alone.
Speaking of magic, what have you made in this kitchen?
Made a lot of amazing dinners in this kitchen. We love a good summer barbecue or a taco bar or depending on the holiday, a nice holiday themed meal. So we always have a ton of fun here, and we love interacting with the guests when we come.
That taco bar has a special place in my heart. That's a good segue, actually, to our first raffle.
Yes.
What will they be winning?
So the Food Lovers Raffle, we're going to pick for this Taste of Fall a prize that celebrates the magic of LPCS while also celebrating Chicago's local restaurant and beverage scene. So one lucky winner is going to enjoy a gift card to a variety of Chicago spots, including Luminati's, Gay Haas Cafe, and Let Us Entertain You restaurants, as well as wine and spirits and sweets from Nothing Bundt Cakes. So lots of goodies in this one.
All right, and the first winner is Will Hager.
Oh, Will, associate board member. Go, Will. Congrats.
Congrats. Now, let's cut to Paul, the international man of magic, Paul Draper, with a special magical presentation.
Hello! Thank you so much for having me on today. It's so exciting to see all of you. My name's Paul Draper, and for many years I was the house magician at the Venetian in Las Vegas, where they insisted that I perform as a 1400s Roman Catholic Italian dude. Buongiorno, miei amici. Buonasera, miei amici. Mi chiamo Paolo. I'm a Gia for you, canzone for you. Che bella cosa, una giornata sole, l'aria serena dopo una tempesta. And so on. It's so fun to be here to share with all of you for the Taste of Fall, here with the Lincoln Park Community Services and all of the wonderful magic that they are doing to help people who are experiencing homelessness right now in our communities. So I'm here to share a little magic of my own in order to support you. Bye, everybody.
Paul, that was truly magical. But no one makes magic quite like our case managers. And I have one here with me. Angel, if you mind getting a mic. Oh, that's magical. Angel Luis Rivera Sierra. You're a case manager?
Yeah, I've been working at LPCS for about 2 years now.
My sources tell me that you actually were a cook at one point?
Yeah, so actually my career in social work started in the kitchen as an overnight cook at a shelter, and then I started working more directly with clients, having more direct involvement with them, and being able to have a greater role in their progress and journey.
So what I'm hearing is that your food wasn't very good, so you became a case manager.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah, my social work is much better.
Okay. What makes LPCS magic?
I think, the unrelenting, compassion. I think that just the ability to meet people where they're at, being able to take an approach, every day that's just based on what people need. It's kind of like our biggest strength.
Yeah. And we truly support each other, and we often share resources with each other. Today alone, you, myself, and Dora put in 40 different applications to meet a deadline for housing for some of our guests, one of which is standing right here.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan? And how long have you been in LPCS?
About 4 weeks.
4 weeks? What have you accomplished in those 4 weeks?
Finding a job.
You found a job?
Yeah.
What so far?
A temp service.
Temp service. That's great. And I think you went for orientation yesterday. That went well?
Yep.
Yeah? And I work with you directly, correct?
Yes.
Am I a good case manager?
Excellent.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's magical. That was the word we were looking for. We were looking for magical. But nonetheless. I think it's time for some more magic. Let's draw another winner. What will they be winning, Danny?
So our second raffle is for the Treat Yourself raffle package. So this lucky winner will enjoy a Pilates session, gift cards to Target and Mojo Spa, among others. And then you can wind down with a movie on your new Sony 55-inch TV. Who's it going to be?
Gretchen Van Natta.
All right, congrats, Gretchen.
Congrats, Gretchen. How's that cake coming along?
It looks pretty good. I think it's time for us to try a slice.
That is the quickest cake I've ever seen made.
Magic.
Yeah. Speaking of some more magic, let's watch a video now made possible by our talented staff and volunteers.
How would you describe volunteering at LPCS?
Yeah, so I would say it's very, do you want me to answer that? Okay. Thank you for calling Lincoln Park Community Services. This is Emily speaking. How may I help you? Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a new front desk volunteer at LPCS. I really like that everyone here is just like treated really respectfully, and sort of everyone knows everyone, and is just working to help people with, you know, whatever they need help with at any given moment. Especially just like answering the phones. People are calling to reach out about someone who's applied for a job or who's looking for a new place to stay or things like that. And so it's nice to see that everyone's just really like pitching in to like help someone who just needs help at the moment. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Harpring, and I'm the new volunteer coordinator here at LPCS. Just within this first week here, I've been able to see all the amazing ways that people fit in their own special ways, and it's been really cool to see how that fits as a whole within the community. That's right in the name, Lincoln Park Community Services. The magic of LPCS I really find in the vision statement. One of the things that drew me to LPCS was how much of an emphasis there was on empathy. That's something that I find really important and try to focus on in my day-to-day life, and it's something that I've definitely seen around here even in my first week. The first time I walked in the doors of LPCS, I saw a lot of people sitting together, talking. I saw somebody working at the desk, and although we're all having to wear masks right now, I could tell there was a smile on their face.
I think, you know, a lot of us just have extra time or resources or, you know, opportunities that to give back that other people might not have at their disposal. And so I think if you do have the time and resources, do you want me to answer? Okay, yeah. Thank you for calling Lincoln Park Community Services. This is Emily speaking. How may I help you? How may I help you?
Wow, what a testament to all of the busyness and exciting things that are happening at Lincoln Park Community Services. We really want to thank our volunteers, people like Emily. There are so many of you. We can't do this work without you. Welcome to Sarah. We love having you on our team. And also on our team is someone who everyone should know, and that is my co-host tonight, George Kuhlman. George has been around since Lincoln Park Community Services first started almost 36 years ago, and he's held about every position on the board of directors and has been an incredible volunteer. He continues to serve meals here with a very special group of people, and we love having him here. So George, what is it about Lincoln Park Community Services that's magic?
Well, Cheryl, first of all, thank you very much for letting me share the podium with you for a little while here tonight. And I have to say, I've done a lot of things, as Cheryl said, with LPCS, and there isn't a single one of them that I don't treasure the memory of and that I wouldn't continue to do if I had the opportunity. Your question about magic, I have a two-part answer, and I'll try to be really quick. The first part is to tell you how I have conceived what the magic mix is at LPCS. And I have an acronym, actually, that I put together over the years, and it's called Mission CREEP. And the part of the acronym, CREEP, consists of courtesy, respect, empathy, enthusiasm, and persistence.
Love it.
And all five of those are qualities of not only the guests and the graduates and of the staff members and the volunteers, but of our donors who continue to support this wonderful cause. But I also want to talk about, connected with Paul and his wonderful Magic Act, because in addition to there being a magic mix, there's a magic application, and that is we have succeeded over the years, in all the time that I've been involved, in constantly bringing on better and better magicians, better and better fundraisers, better and better social workers, better and better anybody who's needed in the mix. In order to get the work done, we continue to improve. And that's just an incredible track record for this organization.
Well, thank you so much, George, and thank you so much for being a part of it. So, the magic of volunteers, the things that you do to help our organization are incredible. Because of volunteers, we get housing for our guests to graduates. Because of volunteers and because of the generosity of the community, we are able to do special things for Roy and Avery. It's why we do what we do. Let's listen to their story.
Go ahead. Well, I could tell you that we were in the street life, and we was staying here and there, and when that became hectic, we started staying in our vehicle, little pickup truck, and that was our baby. And we stayed in there, we lived in there, we slept, ate. You know, we went to the park every morning and washed up and, you know, did our day. And then at night, before day in the morning, whenever we got sleepy, we, you know, huddled up with each other and we went to sleep in our vehicle. And then someone told me about a shelter, so I started doing some research. So I would call them every day. We would call the 311 number, and that just changed our whole life around, being at Lincoln Park Community Service. When we got there that morning about 8 o'clock, we was welcomed in by Miss Denise, the house manager. So we washed our clothes and she said, "Are you hungry? Would you like a shower?" So we showered and she fed us. She said, "Would you like to take a brief nap?" We took a brief nap. And then she introduced us to the case manager, Mr. Mario. And he helped us with all kind of resources. Everything that we didn't have, we had to acquire all over again. And he was very instrumental in helping us with that. We got bus passes when he couldn't take us himself. And when he could take us himself, he took us on interview to the Social Security Administration. We're both disabled seniors, and he took us to our interviews. We got our Social Security cards, our birth certificates.
Mario took me through that. I lost all my identification, and we had to go get write-out printouts. He got my Illinois ID. And then we went and got the birth certificate, Social Security. You know, I couldn't do nothing without that. But every day you come in, you guys ready to go? So we had to be ready to go. You know.
So how did you get through it? How did you manage to get through it?
Because he talked, his daddy with that, and you know, he been going to school. All my transcripts say Forte. You read Forte, but true enough, my father's name is Smith. Okay, so we went over to my mother's maiden name, Forte. Tomorrow say, "Boy, your name was Smith." And he's lying.
Right. But if it wasn't for Mr. Mario holding he was the glue that held it together. Because if he had not said, "Listen, you guys, just be patient. It's gonna be okay. Just be cool."
Yeah,
cool. I'm like, I'm ready to just tear head off. This man is for 60 years been Porte, and now you guys want to say he's Smith. But if he hadn't, Mr. Mario talked us down and calmed us down and told us it's gonna be okay, guys. Just let me handle the situation. Yeah. Whatever he said to the lady, did he promise to take her to dinner? I don't know. Promised to marry her. But the situation got okay. It was all right. She gave Ray a letter, stating that he applied, for his birth certificate under Porte. Smith comes up, and it was okay, just like he said it was gonna be, and it was all right.
Cause when that came up, I said to myself, "Oh, this deal is dumb."
But we can't give up like that, and he didn't allow us to. He didn't allow us to, and we was willing to fight, still fighting the good fight. And we did. We hung in there, and it worked out perfectly. And it was very nice. It was a great experience, one that I would share and recommend with anyone homeless on the streets. Lincoln Park Community Service, Miss Denise and Mr. Mario helped us tremendously. And now we are in our own unit, our own place, and we're grateful, very grateful today for Lincoln Park Community Services.
We thank them because we stayed there about 6 weeks.
And after that, it was off to the races, and believe me.
You were welcome here, and we want you to be welcome in your new place. This is a little something that when you look at it, you will remember us.
Yeah, this is the house that Lincoln Park Community Service helped Raphael and Avery build. That's what we want to say.
Wow, I hope that you are as inspired as I am by the story of Ray and Avery. I tell you, this is really what happens when individuals come to our doors. We get them from one place to being in a place of their own. Now, George and I are really excited to kick off our paddle race.
First of all, there are a couple of administrative matters, we'll call them, that I want to put on the table. The first is to be sure that we are all working from our donation and viewing platform, which is, I'll give it to you exactly, it's donate.onecause.com/tasteoffall2021. For those of you who have become veterans of virtual events and live streaming events, you will know that if you make a donation in that way, there may be a little bit of a lag time between the time you've made your donation and we're able to acknowledge it here at the podium, but please don't let that deter you. The other matter of how we'll proceed has to do with our expert production assistant, Ben, who is going to be ringing our mission bell every time we progress from one paddle raise level to another. And if you happen to be like me and you're a little slow on the computer and you haven't gotten your gift in yet at a level and we've moved down, you are still perfectly free to give at the level that you originally intended. So with that, I think we can move on.
All right, sounds good. So we're going to start our official paddle raise. Our goal tonight is to raise $110,000. And we have good news. We are at 62% of our goal. We still have a way to go, and I believe we can do it tonight with everyone's support. Now, I really want you to think about what those resources do for Lincoln Park Community Services. We served over 500 individuals last year. With your generosity. That means that individuals have been able to stay in our interim housing, we've been able to support in our permanent supportive housing, and our scattered site housing. Those are the resources that you allow individuals to come in and take advantage of so that they can move from one part of their journey to the next. So we're going to start off at the $5,000 level. Now you may be wondering, what will $5,000 do here at Lincoln Park Community Services? Well, I'll tell you. It will provide 6 months of case management staffing for our drop-in services. So when an individual comes to us, not only will they have a wonderful experience with our trained staff, they'll have an opportunity to take a shower, get food, get clothing, and access to all of the resources that they need to begin their journey. So $5,000 is where we are. Oh, Peter Custer, thank you so much. Peter just donated over $5,000, $5,180 to be exact. Thank you so much, Peter. He was just a part of our whiskey tasting as well. So a full night of LPCS.
I hope a lot of people were tasting whiskey.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Paul and Kathy Berghoff. They have donated $5,000 as well, and that is taking us to 74% of our goal. So thank you very, very much. Paul is a part of our board of directors and has been involved for a long, long time, so thank you.
Kathy was on our board of directors and was our treasurer.
All right. The Berghoff family is just awesome. Roger and Liz Stetson, they've donated $5,000. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. Oh, Greg Galopoulos, $5,000. Greg has been such a generous supporter of Lincoln Park Community Services. We really, really thank you so much. All right. Additional donations are coming in. Fantastic. All right, we're going to go on and move to our next level.
The next level is $2,500. And here's what $2,500 can do. Most of you know that it's volunteers who provide our meals throughout the week, throughout the year. Breakfast, lunches, dinners. But inevitably, there are times when volunteers have something come up and they aren't able to show up and provide the food. And we need to be sure that we have got all of those holes covered for the next year. $2,500 is what we need to be able to cover all of the meals 100% of the time for all of our guests per month. So I'm happy to say that we had an advance gift in the amount of $2,500 from Jim Lobianco and Anthony D'Amato. Jim and Anthony, thank you very, very much for that. We are thrilled. I see here that Lydia and Tom Murray. Lydia's a former interim director of the shelter and a longtime board member. Lydia and Tom have joined us at $2,500, as have Bob and Sarah Burson. Bob is currently the president of the board, and Sarah, his wife, his loving and long-suffering wife, will tell you that she spent many years over the 36 years that Bob was involved with the shelter in a way as a shelter widow. Bob was constantly doing things for the shelter. He and Sarah obviously are continuing to do that tonight with their gift of $2,500 and making sure that all the meals are covered for our deserving guests and graduates. We haven't mentioned the fact that graduates of our program are welcome to come back and join with the guests and have meals when they are in need of doing so. It's a wonderful aspect of our programming. I see that Jennifer Fry and Gerald Wilk have joined us as well at the $2,500 level, which is absolutely fantastic. And with those several gifts, we have catapulted to a 90% of our goal, which is phenomenal. I see that Karen Johnson has just joined at $2,500. The money keeps coming in, and we love it. It's absolutely fabulous. As we move to another level, remember that $2,500, if you can do it, will take care of one of the most important basic needs that we have here at LPCS. So thank you.
All right, and we will say that Jim Lobianco is also one of our board members, so thank you again for your generous contribution. We're now at that $1,000 level, and I do want to share what can happen with the $1,000 for our guest here. One of the things that is so important when a guest becomes a graduate and it's time for them to move into their place, $1,000 will help provide not only a possible first month's rent and security deposit, but it will allow them to get some of the basic necessities that they need in order to set up their new place. $1,000 will help a guest move into their new place of residence. Oh, we have a $1,000 gift here from Chantel and Andy Pyrus. Of course, Andy was my predecessor and had been a board member for a while. Thank you so much, Andy, for your contribution. Jennifer Q and John Pagnick, also $1,000. Thank you very, very much. John was also one of the leaders of our whiskey tasting. He's one of the experts that helps tell everyone what the different types of whiskey are as a professional. So wonderful, wonderful.
I'm seeing a theme here, please. All of you hit those whiskey bottles. It seems to help.
All right, all right. Oh, Gretchen Van Natta and Jeff Doan, your gift has put us at 94% of our goal. Thank you so much for your generous contribution. Some of our favorites, Carol and Brendan Dealey, longtime supporters of Lincoln Park Community Services. Thank you so much for your generous donation of $1,000. We really appreciate you. Looks like we have a gift from Nita Roshlani and Chris Angus. Thank you so much for your $1,000 contribution. This is outstanding. Oh, another board member, Stacy Turner and John Martin. Thank you so much for your contribution. Outstanding. That got us to 95% of our goal. This is exciting, everyone. Those donations continue to come in. We love it. As you're giving, that means we are going to help more guests. We're going to make sure that they're getting those quality services that Lincoln Park Community Services is known for. So thank you to everyone who has made that number go up and up, because it means that we will be able to help a lot more people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to go on to our next level.
Okay, I would advise you to put on seatbelts. We are speeding along this raceway toward our goal, which is absolutely fantastic. The next level that we're going to have is $500. I'd like to, as Cheryl has been doing, explain what these amounts of money can do so that you can understand how we're asking you to personally participate in the work of LPCS. Many of our guests need employment and they need training for a new job. When they go through training, they very often have completed a course of instruction that doesn't allow them to automatically walk into a job until they obtain and pay money to obtain a professional license. It can be a license like a pharmacy technician, a glass cutter. There are all sorts of times when graduates who have made great strides toward independence and equipping themselves to work are ready to go, but they need a little help in procuring that license. The licenses generally are around $100. That's kind of an average. And so a $500 gift from any one of you would allow 5 persons who are on their way to financial independence in a new career to be able to obtain the necessary license. I have to tell you, one of the greatest experiences and the warmest experiences of my career at LPCS was many years ago when a guest I had gotten to know because I was volunteering overnight occasionally, and he was there for a long time, and he, who did not have family, as is so true of many of our guests at LPCS, invited me to attend his graduation from glass cutting school. And I was so moved by being invited to participate in that event. You can be moved by your own donations if you help 5 people get a license and think of donating at a $500 level. So I see, wonderfully, Kelly and Stefano Sassi, who were donors last year as well, have made a $500 donation, and in honor of one of our prized staff members, Lexi Galopoulos. The Sassis have been joined by Mike Reck and his wife Katie. Mike is a former board member as well. Mike is also responsible for those incredible murals that decorate our new building. He and his wife, who is an art teacher, an artist, managed to coordinate things so that we got that on the new building. I see that Sally Fletcher has donated $500. Elizabeth Lee, another member of our board and program committee, has donated $500. I recognize this name, Annie Coleman, my lovely daughter. Thank you, honey. Annie has also donated $500. We have a gift. Our staff member, Lexi Galopoulos, her name is coming up a lot because Mary Frances Galopoulos, who I understand is Lexi's grandmother, has made a generous donation of $500. Very, very moving. Thank you. Deanna Becker a former member of the associate board and now a member of our board, and her husband, Jordan Burnfield, have joined at $500. Ann and Brent Karstensen. Brent is a former president of the board. They've long since moved to Iowa, but they remain tremendous supporters of LPCS, and they are going to help 5 people get professional licenses. And we're at 98%. Got your seatbelts on. This is fantastic.
I was just going to say, Brent was also part of the whiskey tasting.
Oh, yes.
He was one of the professionals that was giving us some of that advice.
He is one of the most seasoned. Yes, I understand whiskeys are supposed to be seasoned, and Brent is definitely seasoned at that. That's terrific. And we've been joined again by Michelle Backus and Mark Van Allen. They're back again this year. They were generous donors at Taste of Fall last year. They are also going to help 5 people obtain licenses. So it's going really, really well. And we are at 98%, I believe. Keep it coming. Keep your seatbelt on, because I think this is working really, really well tonight. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, George. Well, our next level is $250. What is it that you can do for $250 for our guest? $250 pays for a bed. Can you imagine moving into your new place after you have gone on your journey here at Lincoln Park Community Services and not have a bed? Absolutely not. $250 makes sure that when our guests graduate, they have a place to sleep in their new home. Please help us by making sure that every guest that leaves us has a bed to sleep in. We have those gifts coming in right now at various levels. Thank you very, very much. Tiffany Williams, another board member, has donated. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Caitlin Downing, another one of our board members. Thank you so much for your contributions in making sure our guests have a bed. We really do appreciate it. Oh, Tiffany has made a second gift of $250. Thank you, Tiffany, so much. We're at 99% of our goal. Ken Tabor has donated $250 in honor of Bob Burson. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ken. We are so close. We are so close to our goal. Thank you so much. Claire Salomon, $250 so that our guests have a bed to sleep in. Thank you so much, Claire. This is amazing. Absolutely wonderful. This will be so exciting for our guests. And so we're going to move on to the next level because we know we have additional donations that are out there. So thank you all at the 250 level. We're going to move on to our next one.
Great, Cheryl. I have to say, I think all of those people deserve to get an especially good night's sleep in their own beds tonight, knowing what they have done. Our next level is $100. Now, $100, some of you may know, will buy a very healthy monthly CTA transportation pass for an individual. Again, we want you to understand what your gift is really doing and why it's needed. You may not know that lots of our guests are employed part-time. They may not have a great job, but they have a job of some sort that they're working at. All of our guests have appointments that they need to go to, whether they're medical appointments, whether they're job training appointments. There are a number of things that all of our guests need to get to throughout the week. In addition, many of them who do have family who can't be taking care of them, but nevertheless are available to visit, appreciate the fact that their family member who is staying at LPCS occasionally comes to visit. You can be part of those reunions. You can be part of those successful job interviews that people go on. They're necessary medical appointments. If you will spend $100, one of our guests will have a CTA pass for the month. And this is extremely, extremely valuable. I see that Charles Colopy has donated $100 already. Monique Fouant has jumped in at $100 and bought a pass for people. Michael Russo is among the $100 donors, and he did so in honor of Liz Lee, who is a member of our current board and our program committee. This is wonderful and very, very necessary. And Mona Coleman, that's the same as Annie Coleman. That's my daughter. Thank you, Annie. Wonderful donation.
And it looked like we had
much.
a $100 donation from Constance Hill.
Oh, I'm sorry that I missed that.
No,
Thank you,
you
Cheryl.
didn't. It just popped up.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. We are becoming dangerously close to making our, we are $234 away from our goal.
Who's going to put us over the top? We're going to go on to our next level, and it's $36. $36. We got an anonymous donation for $750. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep calculating. Ring that bell. We have made the goal. All right. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. We've heard that bell ring, but there is still an opportunity to give, because even though we've hit our goal for tonight, there is still a lot of work to be done, and we can't do it without your support. So we have the $36 level and $1 up to $36. This is an opportunity for everyone who's watching to get in on the action, because every single dollar counts. This is where you can pull your young children in, tell them a little bit about what it's like to serve and what it means to give back to the community. Get the grandchildren to shake those piggy banks. They can do good work for Lincoln Park Community Services. We cannot do this work without you. And so now, while we're doing some of the calculations of those last dollars that came in as we were ringing that bell, we want to show you another graduate who was with us, had their journey, graduated, and is now a part of our our permanent supportive housing. I can tell you that one of our wonderful case managers, Dora Espinoza, held this individual's hand when they came through the door and walked every step of the way along with Carmen on her journey. And even though she has graduated and she's on her own, she still has access to Dora and all of the resources here at Lincoln Park Community Services because of your generosity.
I was raised by old-fashioned Mexican mom. When she first got here, she was an immigrant. She did what she had to do to learn English, to become a citizen. And once I started having children in my early to mid-20s, she started telling me, you have to be more involved in the community. You're here for a purpose, and your purpose should be to serve. It's true. I mean, I think we're all here for a reason, and if I can help some people while I'm here, then that's what I want to do. So I started working with Carmen Agustini about 2 years ago when I first started working here. She was new to Lincoln Park Community Services. Prior to coming to Lincoln Park, she was actually sleeping in a tent in a park.
En el Humboldt Park.
Ajá, háblale de
Sí,
eso.
es verdad, yo no me doy vergüenza. En unas casitas, de esas casetas de azules que se las ponen, y ahí es que yo estuve también un tiempito viviendo en eso. Eso era mucho antes, cuando ustedes no sabían eso, ahora lo saben. La razón por qué me encontré en la calle, pues porque yo estaba con una pareja, un novio, y no quería, después dije, ay no quiero estar con nadie, porque somos dos y problemas, ¿sabes? Y yo dije, pues no, yo quiero una cosa diferente en mi vida. O sea, yo dije, estaba de saltar eso. Y quería seguir siendo la persona que yo quería ser, que ya gracias a Dios yo me siento así y no tengo nada que decir de este lugar, aquí esto es lo mejor. como te estoy diciendo, la experiencia para mí fue lo mejor. Me ayudó también a contactarme con los demás, que no sabía hacerlo así porque estaba en un caserío por allá y eso es otra lírica, como decimos. Pero yo le doy gracias a Dios que todo eso pasó, todo lo que pasó desde que dormí en los campos y todo eso, y todo eso, yo fíjate, yo siempre dije que yo necesitaba eso. En un momento no me podían escuchar, pues ya yo entiendo por qué. Y también allá abajo, cuando yo me fui de allá abajo, yo lloré. Yo lloré, pues yo dije, que ni mis amigas, ya se estaban yendo uno y otro. Y yo dije, Dios mío, me va a quedar. Y así mismo fue que me quedé sola.
Y yo me acuerdo de eso, que ya se estaban yendo cierta gente y muchas que se estaban yendo eran las que hablaban en español.
Sí.
Entonces te quedaste solita, pero te quedaste solita, entonces sacaste tu apartamento. When I first got here, there were very few people who spoke Spanish here. Carmen speaks majority Spanish. So I believe I was connected with her because I spoke Spanish and it was easier for me to communicate with her. She also felt a lot more comfortable with a person who spoke her language. So I think we were able to work with each other a lot easier in that way, and it made her more comfortable to work with me en tu idioma.
Eso fue lo mejor que pudieron haber hecho porque no me podía comunicar con nadie. Tenía que irme por ir para abajo, para allá, para poder hablar, porque entonces ya ni las palabras me salían bien. Yo no, ¿te acuerdas que si tú me estás oyendo, que yo no tenía la comunicación como de verdad debería tenerla? Pero pues todo fue, yo le di gracias a Dios por todo eso y por tener esta persona tan linda en mi vida. Ay, no llores. No llores.
Well, welcome back. I am now with some of the staff and volunteers who help us do this work every single day. Thank you to everyone who has participated. Thank you to all of you at home who have been cheering us on. That means that you are cheering for the success of our guests and making them into the graduates that we know that they will be. Now, I want to make sure that you know that even though we have a good number for you here at this very moment, we're going to keep our donation site open for 1 week. We want to make sure that you reach out to your network, you let them know about the good work that's going on here at Lincoln Park Community Services, and they still have an opportunity to give. So thank you. The stories that you heard tonight, I hope that you were inspired. I hope that if you decide that you are interested in volunteering and being a part of our organization, come on, we'd love to have you. Thank you for everything that you do for Lincoln Park Community Services. And right now, because of you and your generosity, we are at $110,516. Thank you so much.
Point of personal privilege, Cheryl. I missed $1,000 donation from former board member Jim Javorczyk and his wife Barb, and they have played a wonderful role at LPCS in all these years. Thank you, Jim and Barb.
We appreciate you.
Now, the last item is to thank, first of all the people who have donated, both purchasing raffle tickets and donating the items that were in our various raffles. Our last raffle item is the Culture in the City package. It included tickets for 2 people for Christmas Carol at the Goodman Theater, 2 tickets for a concert at the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, an annual membership at the Chicago History Museum. So it's a wonderful package. It's but a sampling of the wonderful cultural things that this city has to offer, and we're very proud of this particular package. And I am going to draw the winner at this very moment. Thank you. And it is Patricia Gilfie.
All
Wonderful.
right.
Patricia is our board member, Sue Gilfie's sister.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations. Well, we're excited. We can't thank you enough. We will thank you over and over and over again for everything that you do to impact those who are experiencing homelessness right here in the city of Chicago. When we help our neighbors, we help the community. And we are so grateful for everyone who's a part of the Lincoln Park Community Services family. Good night, and see you soon.
Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight with Lincoln Park Community Services and our Taste of Fall. It's been such a joy to spend tonight with you. So go out and continue to celebrate with sweets and delicious things. If cupcakes are not your favorite, don't worry. You can also take a little bit of that and get a slice of cake. We appreciate all that you've done to help all of the people that we serve. Have a wonderful rest of the night. Bye, everyone.
They helped me with getting all my identification, helped me file for disability, and skills on working with the skills I already have.
Lincoln Park Community Service Center is a very blessed place to be a part of.
Helping me get my ID and get a job and to get my daughter back and get through an abusive relationship. Thank you.
And I'd like to thank LPCS for helping me achieve all my goals that I'm trying to achieve in a nice environment. Thank you.
There's so many things to be thankful, not only for the Lincoln Park Community Services, but just in life there.
Sent me to the Cook County Hospital, gonna get a rehab. I still got it for the next few months, and hopefully I'll be start working again pretty soon.
You know, if it wouldn't have been for them, for this place here, I would be homeless and I would be on the street.
Don't stop, don't stop.
Don't stop? Hey, you can do a little bit now. Yeah.